Welcome to today's episode of The Carfax. I'm Mama from Mama's Universe, and today we are going to continue Tarot 101. We'll be discussing the Magician, which is the second card in the tarot. The Magician, even though it's the second card in the tarot, typically has that I or that 1 in the beginning, while the Fool with the 0 speaks of brand newness and new beginnings. The 1 on the top of the Magician typically speaks to the actual beginning. The Fool is the pregame. The Magician is the game. Okay. The Magician is upright. They speak of implementing the work. They speak of new ideas. They speak of alchemy. They speak of expression and getting the job done. You see what I'm saying? The Magician has a pentacle, a cup, a sword, and basically when I see the Magician, I see the plants stick out to me. And so it discusses heavily nurturing new projects using all that you have. Okay. The Magician, like I said, speaks of alchemy. So it speaks to having all that you need inside, or in general, just having all that you need and combining the elements of the things that you learned, of the things that you have, or that you've gained, to move forward in a way that creates the best outcome for you. The Magician upright also speaks very heavily, if you look at the Magician there, speaks very heavily to having that inner knowledge and being connected with all that is and all that was. The Magician speaks very heavily to getting the job done yourself as well, and not necessarily expecting, like, you understand that the channel comes from above and through down into the material. It doesn't just come out of thin air. Again, heavy on the faith without works is dead. The reversed Magician, while it does speak the exact same of alchemy and creation, it speaks heavily to trickster spirits. It speaks heavily to things not necessarily being all that they seem. It speaks heavily to creative blocks or restriction. It can speak to the idea that it's time to rework the plan. It's time to replan. You know what I'm saying? To 311 when I look up 313. It's time to readjust and remaneuver yourself in a way that's going to be better for you to receive the outcome that you want, or that you're working toward. When I see the Magician, of course it depends on the other cards that are laid out, but when I see the Magician, I see overall an opportunity for me to use what I have to get what I want. I see an opportunity for me to check with myself so that I can see what all I have, or when I feel like I'm in a state of lack, for me to check on. It's a realization for me to check my back pockets, because I need $5 for this bag of chips I want to buy at the dollar store. Let me check my back pocket right quick, and boop, little did you know you had $5 back there. You see what I'm saying? It's just representation that you can have, you can nurture all that you want. And sometimes the best option is for you to pray and to give it to God, but it's also for you to do the work. You know what I'm saying? The Magician quite literally is an alchemist, and it speaks very heavily to creating things yourself. You see what I'm saying? Anything is possible, okay? So long as you believe that it's possible and you put the work in to get it done, you do the study to do it properly, it's all on you, is what I get. Your beginnings, how you start, how you get the ball rolling, it's all on you, and it's all going to be on you so long as you're in the game, really. And it can also, like I said, reversed especially speak to the idea that all is not what it seems, is what I'm hearing. It can speak to the idea that there's more to the story, there's more to the outcome that meets the eye. So it's about action, creativity, and success. You know, it's about getting what you want and doing the work necessary to get what you want. 555 when I look up. It's about major change. That's crazy. So honestly, today's Tarot 101 was very short and sweet. The Magician is pretty much very to the point like that. It's the beginning of a new chapter. You pre-gamed. You already had the idea of taking the leap of faith with the Fool. The Magician is putting the work in. It's, okay, I had a plan. I got my plan. Now I'm taking actionable steps to implement my plan, and or watching out for how other people could be tricky, or how I might be tricking myself into thinking that this is going to be something more than it is or should be, into thinking that it's going to be this, it's going to be that, or also tricking yourself into thinking that things should happen faster than divine timing allows, because that's a thing. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for coming to my little TED Talk, my Tarot 101. We'll see you tomorrow for the High Priestess. Have a great day.